Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new Quad Radio video. I'm Rodney Tomlin, along with Thomas Brown. Again, a special guest here as we get set to talk about something very special here in the world of ATV motocross. And congratulations to Thomas Brown and all of Team USA for the new Quad-Cross of Nations that's going to be taking place here in a few short weeks in Italy. Thomas has been chosen along with Joel Hetrick and, of course, Chad Wienen. Team manager is Mark Baldwin, and what a set of folks we've got ready to go over there and face the world. I know Mark has been over there in different countries racing in Europe before, and you've had a lot of dealings with a lot of different international riders and stuff like that, Thomas. So, usually we have the opportunity to be bringing them to us, but this time we're going to them. So there's a lot of big things going on, man, and a lot of work and a lot of prep and a lot of planning right now, I assume, going on, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been busy. I mean, my email's been blowing up. It's pretty crazy. Is that we've known about this race, and I was chosen probably about a month ago. We released it 2 weeks ago, but I was honored to be chosen. I can't tell you enough. That is it's a dream come true for me. Honestly, I watch Dirt Bikes Test Nations every year, and then coming into this year, I heard about this race a few years ago, and I've always wanted to be a part. And then I heard they were putting a team together, and man, I wanted to be a part of it. So it's big, but man, the preparation is huge. I guess one thing is that it's not a money race for us. I'm probably going to lose money. Actually, I am going to lose money. Chad's going to lose money, and Joel's going to lose money. This race is strictly for to hopefully help grow the sport ATV racing as a whole, as a world, I guess you would say. Not so much as just for each individual as us. I think we'll be bringing AMA ATV racing to a world level, and we'll see what the European riders have and be racing against them. But man, it's a lot of logistics, a lot of work, and we're putting a lot of effort in. And that's probably the biggest thing people are probably confused on, is that this isn't a money race for us. And I can't stress that enough. Is we are going over there strictly to represent our country, hopefully bring a world championship here to the U.S., which is obviously our goal. But it's a lot of work to it, and I can't, like I said, I can't tell you. My email blows up on all the logistics we're going through. Mark Baldwin's working a ton on making sure we can get all the bike stuff and the shipping and making sure all our stuff gets there good and figuring that out. Harvey's making sure we're dialed with all the rules and everything, which he will be joining us. He's not only our AMA rep, but he will be joining us as basically our rep again to make sure that we're all in line and in spec. And then me, Chad, and Joel are we want to go over there and win, but it's an extra month and a half of work after Loretta's for us, and it's a lot of work right now getting everything ready to go. I have to have spare parts because half of my spare parts are leaving in a container the day after Redbud, and I got to have spare parts for Loretta's. So I'm losing a bike and I'm losing half of my spare parts. So I'm been a crazy man. My sponsors have been doing awesome with helping me get everything ordered and all that, and I'm sure Chaz and Joel's have been doing the same. So it's been a lot of stress on all of us, but man, it's all gonna be worth it if we can go over there and bring a world championship back.
You most certainly will, and a lot of folks don't understand the format of what's going on with this either, Thomas. I mean, when you look at it, you think, okay, well, those guys are going to go over and race a couple motos, and they're going to come back. It's nothing like going to an ATV motocross national on a weekend. It's nothing like going to a regional or a local here in the United States anywhere. This particular event is designed as a world platform, and it's designed to showcase the best in each country's market, I believe, kind of to say. And it's an opportunity for the best in these countries to come together and try to become the best country as a whole than the rest of all the nations, kind of a thing. I mean, you guys are racing together, and that's something different that we've never done, and it's a totally different format than what we have been used to watching as far as motocross racing fans.
Oh yeah, it's way different. It does not really matter if I win or Joel wins or Chad wins. As long as one of us wins and one of us gets second, in a perfect world, or not perfect world, in a perfect race for us, we'd go 1-2 in every moto. There's so real quickly is that me, Chad, and Joel will race with each other twice. I'll race one moto with Chad and one moto with Joel, and then Chad will do one moto with me, one moto with Joel, and Joel one moto with me, one moto with Chad. Um, so there's three motos, and we each race twice. Uh, one of us starts in the back row of each moto. Only one rider from each country is allowed on the front row, one rider on the back row. So one of us is guaranteed to have a bad start right off the bat. And it's three motos, and two of us will be riding back-to-back motos, and they're going to be long. They're 25 plus two, so we're looking at about somewhere around a 30-minute moto, give or take a little bit. So it's big, but like I said, it does not matter if I win, Chad wins, or Joel wins. As long as we each go 1-2 in those three motos, and we drop a 2 in a perfect race for us, we have a score of 7. 3 wins and 2 seconds. So, add it up, you get 7. So 7 is the perfect score, and that means we dominated. And that'd be perfect racing. But there's gonna be a lot of countries over there that are definitely not gonna make that easy on us by no means. I'm interested to see how we stack up. It's if we go over there and get beat, it's going to elevate our sport here in America, and if we go over there and beat them, it's going to elevate their sport. And either way, we're elevating the sport of ATV racing, and that's what we need to do is elevate the sport and help it grow. And I think by the more speed we can have, and more, I guess, just speed and raw just talent, it's going to elevate the sport to more markets and more areas where people recognize us and give us props and recognition in other markets and get respect. I guess you would be the correct word there. So it's a big race for us to go a part of. The dirt bikes is huge. I don't know if anybody else follows it. I don't know if you follow, Ronnie, but the dirt bikes haven't won. Americans have not won the dirt bikes destinations in 4 years, I believe, right. 3 or 4 years. Before that, they were on a long run, but right. The Europeans have stepped it up. I believe the Americans helped the Europeans step it up by showing them how fast that you can go. And now I guess we need to learn a little bit from them on the dirt bike side, and hopefully they can learn a little bit from us on the quad side. But there's only one way to find out, and that's for us to go race them.
A lot of obstacles that are going to face the team. You've already mentioned it. Logistics is a big part of it. You're getting rid of a lot of your stuff early. We're going someplace where Italy. I mean, how many of you speak Italian?
I'm hoping to learn a phrase or two before I get there, but none. That's it's going to be big, and we're going to there's a track that the Europeans race regularly, I believe, and they've had a Quad-Cross of Nations there before. I think it was Quad-Cross of European Nations then, but now that they've opened it up to the world, it's big, and so we're going to their turf. It's their food. I know some of the things that like just the little logistics people probably didn't think of is that we've been trying to think of every little thing we can, but we made sure that we're getting a house or like a bed and breakfast instead of a hotel so that we have our own kitchens. We want to make sure we can cook somewhat of our own normal diets so that on race day we're as normal as we can be. We don't want to be trying new foods the night before a race and relying on somebody else to cook for us of different meats we haven't had and being sick. We want to be as best we can be, and that's going over there and us never doing this race before. We're gonna have a lot of obstacles, and it's great the team's pulling together as much as they have and trying to make sure we figure all that. Harv and Baldwin are trying to make sure that all that is as dialed in as it can be so that me, Chad, and Joel can go over there and do the best we can do.
Right, and some of those obstacles include, let's talk from personal rider standpoints. You already mentioned the diet, trying to make sure that you get the right food, the right diet. So you're rectifying that. That's perfect. I think that's a great idea. Another thing is testing and tuning, man. I mean, the soils are different. The jumps are good. I mean, it's going to be a different kind of layout. I mean, you guys are going to have to figure out a lot of different things. Mapping in the motors and things like that's going to be a whole lot different. I understand that you guys are out horsepowered, out CC'd anyway, in the respect you guys are running 450s and they're running 500 CCs. I mean, there's a lot of things. 25 minutes plus 2 laps, like you mentioned already there. I mean, there's another obstacle. I mean, there's a lot going on there just for you guys, and I think it's neat. I love it, and I think that's one thing for us as Americans to rally behind and realize that though we may be the best in the world, we may not be the best everywhere in the world. When we go someplace else, we're best in America, no doubt, and when the world comes to challenge us, we've proven that so far. But we haven't taken ourselves out to their territory and shown them how to do it there. So this is our opportunity, and I don't think that's necessarily what we're thinking about. And I think that you all three as racers respect that and know that, hey, we're not going to go over here and wipe these guys up, man, with a cloth and come strutting out of there. I mean, that's the idea, that's the hope, that's the dream. But in reality, you're going to race, and it's going to be a challenging race for all three of you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely you mentioned several things that we're kind of unfamiliar with. They're running 500, we're 450s. We got new fuel coming in, new sound requirements. The mapping's huge, and it's all on a time frame because we just found out it's about a month ago. We're finding out new rules every day, and shoot, I got parts getting shipped to Baldwin's where the container's at. I'm gonna have to get new sound, and the new fuel comes in. And I got to do new mapping. I got to ride it, and then we get over there. It's we got to make sure that the elevation is similar. So there's tons of characteristics, and to add on top of that, is like you said, the longer motos are going to be new for us, and everybody else after Loretta's gets to go home and go on the boats and stuff. Which I'm not gonna lie, I might sneak out for a day or two right after Loretta's, but then within the week after Loretta's, I'm gonna get back on the road, get back to training. I'm planning to go spend some time with Joel up in PA, and let me and him push. Chad's actually going over earlier to Europe, and then we're gonna push all the way to the time of leave. But man, it's crazy. Is we got to leave a week early just so we can get used to the time change when we get there. Because that's going to take I think a day out of our schedule. We lose a day going there, I believe. So we lose a day, and we're all messed up on time. So if we leave Sunday, it's like Tuesday before we even get into a normal schedule. And from what I understand, it's going to be like Wednesday or Thursday before we feel normal just waking up and going to sleep. Much less our training and regiment and diet is on be that. So like I said, it's gonna be a lot of work. We're gonna go home, and I'm taking this race as serious as I do all my nationals, and if not more serious. And it's I want to win and represent my country is a huge. I guess it's bred into me, or however you want to say it. But man, it's the biggest honor I can do, and I want to represent well and go over there and hopefully win. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy. We're gonna have to fight for every position, and like I said, we talk about the perfect score, but that's a dream. And I don't think any of us are fully planning on going and mopping everybody up. That's obviously what we're shooting for, because if you're not shooting for that, it's we're not training as hard as we can, and that's what we all want to do. Is we want to show up there in our best physical shape, and the whole team's putting a lot of work, and everybody that has already supported us, and I think we'll grow. I think as more people learn about this race, we're gonna get even more support, and we want to go represent the U.S. With the best we can, and hopefully show the world that we are the best, or if we're not the best, hopefully we learn a lot and we can come back and teach it.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that all three of you as riders and everybody involved in this are making a lot of personal sacrifices as well. This race is taking place 1 week before Joel Hetrick's wedding in particular. That's just one personal sacrifice that you guys are making. Yeah. I know, and you've got a ton that you're making also.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I think we'll all give it to Joel for making the ultimate sacrifice, and his wife Carly too. I mean, they're both coming over. They're both leaving a week. They're leaving for a week before their wedding. I think, so they're flying out Sunday or Monday Monday right after the race, and they won't get back till Tuesday, but then they got to get used to the time change again, and they get married, I believe, Saturday. So it's that alone is crazy enough, much less all the stuff they have to do before then. I mean, they're making huge sacrifices. You could think of just everything that goes on to a wedding, all the fun stuff that they're probably going to miss out a little bit on their wedding because of this race. But I think Joel's looking at it as this is a once-in-a-life opportunity, but hopefully it's not. Hopefully we get to keep doing this, and that's what our plans are. But for Joel and all of us, it's something that we feel is going to be very worthwhile, not only for us to go over there and race and hopefully prove that we're the best, but also to grow the sport. And it's just, man, I can't tell you the sacrifice that they're making and we're all making. It's a lot of work and a lot of expenses. None of us are making money at this. It's going to cost me money. It's going to cost Chad. It's going to cost Joel money, because it's the funding is helping us a lot with that. But it's like we want to bring our support groups. I want to bring my girlfriend Brandy to make sure she does a lot for me on race days. Chad's bringing Danica. Our wives are like our third hand on the weekends. Whenever we're trying to rest, they're making our food, and it's crucial. And
it's part of the team.
Yeah, they're definitely a part of the team, and so it's a big thing for us. And with the more funding we get, the more better prepared we can be. That's why we're pushing for more funding, and any extra money we have, we are putting in an account. It's not going to get paid to us or we make money. It is going to stay there until next year's team gets chosen. And then hopefully they do some more fundraising to help get them there. But they already have a base ground
Right.
started. Uh, so it should, hopefully next year will be easier for us to go. Um, as a U.S., I'm talking we as all of the U.S. I hope to be a part of that team again. I would want to do this as long as I can. But this is the money we raise is going to continue to keep going, and we're going to try to do as best we can to get more people over there to help us on our day to day. But then again, is we're not going to just waste money so somebody can come take a vacation. This is a race for us to win, and any extra money is going to stay in the account for next year's team.
All right, and you guys, like you said, you're shipping that stuff out. You got a big container up at Mark Baldwin's right now. It's going to be shipped on an ocean liner. It's going to go to Italy. It's going to meet you guys there, hopefully in a port of call. You got all the testing and tuning and everything you got to do, all the adjusting personally, physically, to acclimating yourself to the culture, to the time, to the da-da-da-da. So that's great, man. Thank you for the sacrifice. People don't look at it that way, I don't think. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. Heck yeah. I mean, you can't lie about that, but it's probably going to be worth every dime that it costs you above and beyond what you are assisted as well. And I think that's great that everybody's willing to make that sacrifice. And I'm happy that you're doing it. Now let's talk about how we as race fans can help support it all across the world, not just here in the United States, but I know people all across the world, Europe and South America and everywhere, I'm sure, want to see America go, and if it's because they want to go see them get beat by the Europeans on the European soil or the world soil, or whether it's they want to see us go and be a part of it, or whatever the case may be, I'm sure people are willing to donate a little bit, and we've got a great way for them to do it. It's real simple, Thomas.
Yep, you just text USAMX to 41411, and it'll send you a link to our GoFundMe. I want to, like I said before, I think GoFundMe's get a bad taste, but this is not for us, any of us, to make money. It's strictly to help us get going. If you want to donate $1 or whatever you can, it's greatly appreciated. Everybody's been donating their race numbers. It's pretty cool. My whole family's all donated 84, and Chaz has done 44 for him, which is the original race number. We kind of all forgotten that. He's been kind of stuck with that number one for a little bit. But then Joel with the 88, and I'll tell you what, and everybody's been donating.
Joel Hetrick fans are going to end up being the one that's funding it. You and the Hetrick fans are going to be the one. $84 and $88. Chad's getting the 44s, but a lot of people say, "No, Chad's number one. Here's your $1."
Yeah, and you know what? We will take
That's
that
great.
over
Yes,
halfway.
amen.
It's going to help us get there. And if you if your race number is a 3-digit number and you want to donate, like Trevor Thatcher's 404, if you want to donate $4.04, I am still considering that a 404 number, and it's all appreciated. And if you don't have a race number, go ahead and just donate 84. We'll just consider you as a Thomas Brown fan. But if you don't, obviously Chad, Joel, this is a team effort, and we're going over to represent America as a team, and we want everybody's support. And the more money we get, the more people we get to send. And we're hoping to get enough together that we have a little extra budget that we can send glue for somebody like that to help us.
Yes.
Record
Get us
this.
some video.
Yeah, it's not official yet. I know we're all pushing for that. We've talked about it, but the budgets are so tight right now that it's hard for us to guarantee that. I know we're all going to push it through our own social medias, try to do live feeds like that. But if we can get enough money together and get the budgets together where we feel that we have everything we need to win, or what we think we need to win, we hope to bring some kind of video over so that shortly after everybody can see what they donated to, and hopefully see us win. But if not, see us give it our best effort and represent the U.S.
Yeah, we do need it. We need a portion of that to send Gloop to the Italy tour package. I think he needs to be added to that. There's no doubt, because we got to see this. I think it'd be great to see a lot of the behind the scenes type stuff too that you guys will be going through on a daily basis. I think somebody really needs to get Gloop over there. That's one thing we need to do, and he needs to set up cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I think GoPros everywhere. I mean, and you're talking about this. I mean, you're talking about just from the flying there and everything like that. But I mean, the preparation beforehand is going to be gnarly. Me, Chad, and Joel all are now going to be training instead of for 18 minutes. We're going to be training for 25 plus 2, and it's the work is just going to be unbelievable. The training, we're all going to mix it up some and work together. But yeah, all the behind the scenes from before until there, I want everybody to see it all. It's going to be huge. It's once a lifetime experience for myself. or hopefully it'll be more than once. But as of right now, it's a once in a lifetime experience, and I'm uh, I'm stoked to be a part of it. I hope everybody can go donate. Like I said, it's text USAMX to 41411, and that should send you the link. If not, you can always go to my personal page. I have it up on there, and the team's page as I think it's Team USA underscore ATVMX is the official page for us. But if not, it's the link is online at whatever it is. It's on my personal at TBrown84. But man, everybody go support. Like I said, if you have the funds where you can donate a little bit, please do. It's all going to a good cause. None of us are making money off this. And like I said, any extra budget we get after that will be headed towards next year's racing, as far as going to compete again for the USA.
And think about it. Right now, we got, what is it, a 1 point difference in the national championship or something like that between two of the top team members. I mean, not only are they rivals right now, but they're trying to be comrades and trying to mesh this thing together. I think that's neat. I got to commend Joel and Chad and yourself, all the work that you guys have been doing behind the scenes to get this built and get it ready to go, and to be able to separate the heated battle and rage in a championship that you guys have all got going on, especially those two as tight as points are right now. I got to commend them all, and you all for that. So this is exciting from a couple of different aspects. I wish we had some sort of way to be behind the scenes right now at Joel's camp, at your camp, and at Chad's camp to get the three different perspectives these next few weeks going on in it. Maybe you guys can do some vlogs or something like that, and start sending them out to us over your own personal pages and stuff. I don't want to put that upon you, but I propose that Team USA do that. You guys do discuss that in your next meeting, all right?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm assuming that I'm especially on the Chad and Joel side. I'm gonna assume they're gonna wait to share any secrets until after Loretta's. But I would say after Loretta's, I'm sure we'll all be posting up there. Me and Joel, I plan to be with him riding, so we'll be able to push that. And I think it's a great idea. And hopefully we can keep pushing this. But I tell you what, already brought two people together. I mean, there is sometimes we all know there's no love lost between Chad and Joel on different races. Battling for a championship like they are, and it's really cool that on Saturday they're battling head to head, and on Sunday. Starting Sunday, we're already getting emails about the team again, and they're able to email and work together on everything. So it's if we can bring Chad and Joel together, man, I think we can do a big thing for the sport as a whole.
I think you're right. Thomas, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thanks for pushing everything, and I hope everybody can help support Team USA. And we got 3 rounds left of the ATV Championship, so don't forget about those 3 as well. But it's looking like for an exciting second half of this year.
All righty. That's Thomas Brown. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is Quad Radio. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to